As the largest financial institutions in the country, you extended $8.3 trillion in credit last year, which is a testament to your ability to advance our economy. I'm very thankful for that, quite frankly. However, when you all decide to boycott industries, you use your size and power to put companies out of business. What's worse is that these decisions clearly are not made as a matter of conscience. Your investments in China prove that. These decisions are being made to pacify political activists who want to do what the law cannot do, which is shut down legal American businesses. By complying, you are no longer supporting our economy, but actively working against it, I would argue. To that end, there's a report out that all of you have put out, the Environmental, Social, and Governance Report, where you publicly proclaim the actions of your banks in these different areas. 5 of the 6 reports that your institution specifically mentioned moving away from coal financing and investing in other things. There's an article just recently that came out in Bloomberg titled Goldman City Lead U.S. Banks Plowing Billions into China. Specifically JP and Citi 21 billion, Goldman 17 billion, B of A 13, Morgan Stanley and Wells Fargo 4. To that end, it's worth noting that the ESG reports condemning the coal industry, only Goldman mentioned China in terms of carbon emissions. Ms. Frazier, quick question for you. Is coal and drilling for oil and gas, is that illegal?
No, it's not illegal.
Are you taking similar actions in China to what you're doing here in the United States by boycotting specific industries and putting pressure on companies to change their business model?
We are supporting the clients that we serve, multinationals and local companies, to make the transition to lower carbon technologies, mindful that different industries are at different stages of doing so.
So you're probably not, is that what you're telling me?
Correct.
Okay, Mr. Foreman, Morgan Stanley, they've got about $4 billion. Same question, is mining coal and drilling for oil and gas, is that illegal?
No, it's not.
Are you taking similar action in China that you're doing here with boycotting specific industries and putting pressure on companies to change their business model?
We're continuing to support existing coal businesses around the world. We're not financing new coal businesses in any country in the world. It all goes to our franchise committee.
Thank you for that. In addition to the ESG reports, each of your institutions have published statements on human rights which include actions your companies are taking to improve human rights around the globe. I want to point out that not one of your statements on human rights mentioned China. Not one single company mentioned China in your human rights statement. The State Department has a statement out with regards to what's going on in China. It's widely reported the kind of religious genocide that's going on, the horrible torture and other things that are going on with minority religious groups over there. And now even the administration in the last couple of days has acknowledged that the development of the COVID virus at Wuhan Labs is going to go after that, which is done obviously for nefarious purposes. Mr. Solomon, you've been in China since 1994, have a $17 billion in investments there. Do you intend to alter your business in China as a result of these human rights violations?
Well, first and foremost, Congressman, I appreciate the question. And first and foremost, we're an American company, but we operate on a global basis. I think the bilateral relationship between the U.S. and China is incredibly complex. There are places where obviously we cooperate, and there are places where we're confrontational. We try to navigate that in an appropriate way and stay engaged with our clients around the globe.
So is the lure of profits that great that you will turn your eye to the human tragedies and sufferings that are going on in China by their government and the Communist Party, which is one and the same, which is who you deal with for the last almost 30 years here?
We, I think, look at this broadly as a complex relationship. I saw recently that Secretary of State Blinken said that we have to at all times be competitive, collaborative, and adversarial. We try to operate our clients, our U.S. companies that we serve, congressmen, are operating in China, and we try to serve them in that context. We think it's better to stay engaged than not, but we'll follow very closely what you all do as legislators in terms of how U.S. companies should be engaged around the world, and we take that very seriously.
Mr. Diamond, would you like to answer the same question? Do you intend to alter your business in China because of these human atrocities that's going on?
So we operate in over 100 countries, and we operate under the law of the land in each of those countries. and under
You
the
follow the law of the land is the Communist Party law.
But we follow the foreign policy of the United States of America, which is your policy. So we follow engagement.
Foreign policy of this country
and when you tell us
was to get out of China.
not to, and when you tell us not to, we don't. Like Cuba, how we do business in Russia, we follow exactly what you tell us to do because we're patriots, just like the rest of you in this call.
Well, I think the previous administration
too much time.
getting out of China, cutting trade ties, and getting the trade deficit down. Thank you very much. I yield back.